Welcome back to Ace Attorney Investigations. Last time, we talked to the foreign money man, Mr. LeBlanc, and he was mad that we'd convinced them not to have us cuffed, and now they're letting us investigate to, clear our name from his accusations. Anyway, let's continue. What do I have in logic? Oh, yeah. He rode the elevator, or the killer rode the elevator, because there's footprints leading away. I have it. I'm sorry, I don't understand, Mr. Edgeworth. I can prove that someone other than myself was here around the time of the murder. What? Really? Yes, it's rather simple, actually. Proof is in the pudding, or rather, the grape juice in this case. These footsteps here convince me this very fact, that someone exited the elevator alive. Seeing as the victim is dead, that would mean a second person. However, couldn't the footprints be from Mr. Hicks himself? If we take a look at our victim's shoes, you can see her soles are spotless. And also, they're heading in the wrong direction. Which means Mr. Hicks wasn't alone in the elevator. In fact, it's quite the opposite. There's actually one other person inside the elevator. Alright, good. And it's over. Okay. What's going on over there? What is? Mr. LeBlanc again, shouting in foreign languages, I don't know. Blah, 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 blah. Unforgivable, this is unforgivable. He's shouting at the sleepy flight attendant. Do you understand what I'm saying? The movie is late. It's the same level of bad as the plane alive late. But the movie... What? I don't want to talk to you anymore. You're just wasting my time. What is the matter, Mr. LeBlanc? There is no emergency. Please return to your seat, sir. Do not tell me what to do. I need not sit down. Well, Mr. Prosecutor, did you prove you're innocent yet? If you'd like, I'll prove my innocence to you right now. What? Nonsense! You're saying my eyewitness testimony is mistaken. Not mistaken, merely that there is room for doubt. Most honored if you could please tell me what you saw in detail once more. Fine, suit yourself. Blam, 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 as he points his finger guns at me. What I saw? I am certain I saw Mr. Hicks enter that elevator. It was when the needles on my pocket watch counted to 6 and then 12. It was when the body was discovered 15 minutes after that in the lounge, yes? Then you, the only person allowed at the time, must be the criminal. Mr. LeBlanc's conclusion seemed to make logical sense. After all, the only person in the lounge at the supposed time of the murder was me. So, my eyewitness testimony. If you think you can destroy it, then come, let me see. Hurry, do I look like a man who's having the time to wait for you? Why is he so irritated? I'm the one accused of murder here. Anyway, let's find a way to discredit Mr. LeBlanc's account somehow, and fast. Especially since he speaks at a mile a minute. Though it's slower when he's recounting. Anyway, this is the issue. I was previously the only person, but, there were some footprints also. Oh! Oh. Well then, okay. That was not... He's going to buy it from me. Alright. Certainly a lot of confidence in his testimony. I pushed him to some media to press him for more information. Okay. I just can't... I mean... Come on now. That's pretty much evidence that... Whatever. Anyway. Let me hold that. That is the most mistaken way of thinking I've ever heard. No. Your silly opinion is what is mistaken. Please calm down, the both of you. And since you are both mistaken. Well, if it isn't the pot calling the kettle black, but then I don't know what it is. Okay, I'll just press some more. Mr. LeBlanc, were you able to get a good look at the inside of the elevator at that time? Of course, I saw what is inside. You're sure the victim was in the elevator alone? Yes, the only person in the elevator was that Hicks man. This is a bit too important to let go. That ain't true. Because this reason. Objection! Which was basically the other one, but fine. Mr. LeBlanc? What is it? There's a very glaring contradiction in your testimony. What do you mean? Please look at the area in front of the elevator. There, the spilled grape juice. Yes, and we also admit you spilled it with the blood. No, it spilled itself during the turbulence. But the interesting thing here is the set of grape juice footprints. Footprints! Yes, the ones that lead from the elevator to the lounge itself. It's evidence that proves someone other than Mr. X exited the elevator alive. Oof! That's another person in the elevator, Mr. Hicks. Now then, I'm done playing games, so why don't you tell us the truth? Can you please translate for us? No way, that's totally impossible. Is what I guess he said. No way, that isn't totally impossible. I know there's no other person in there, I saw it with my own eyes. You want to know what I think, Mr. Edgeworth? I don't think Mr. Blanca is lying to us. Oh, she's right, he doesn't seem to be lying. Then, what does it mean? What about this contradiction? Mr. LeBlanc, please, just once more, recall the details of what you witnessed for me. What I saw, part 2. I was very upset when Mr. Hicks passed by my seat. I was always checking the time over and over again. I had to follow that man with his eyes as he passed me. I saw clearly into the elevator he was entering. But I swear there is no one else inside. No one. Mr. LeBlanc, if you would please calm down. What? How dare you to have an issue with my eyewitness testimony? No, not at all. Please forget I said anything. Yet again, he does not appear to be lying. I can't let this testimony stand as the truth. Alright, why? So you're still upset now? I'm always upset. The only time I'm not upset is I have a piece of art in my hands. It's surprisingly easy to believe that about him. But I was even more upset when Mr. Hicks walked by me. I was checking the time over and over. I'll press everything because why not? Why are you so attentive to the time? Because something unforgivable is happening. Come to think of it, you were lying about something unforgivable earlier. I was having a complaint to the attendant about the movie starting time. Return to me my time and money. You understand the point. Movie? You're talking about the in-flight one that's mentioned in the magazine. Tell me the plot and start time. Interesting. They're supposed to show License to Love, Laugh, Mayhem, and Murder. I cannot see that movie in my country. You can only see it on international flights. I greatly looked forward to that movie. I checked my pocket watch whenever possible so I would not miss it. I even set my pocket watch to the destination time when I came aboard. My watch is not wrong, it matched the schedule. But the movie was still late. Very, very late. Your pocket watch. I'd like to ask you a little more about it, if that's alright. We wanted to see the dot start, so I checked my pocket watch many times. So this movie you mentioned is the one listed in the Sky magazine. Yes! I was so looking forward to watching License to Love, Left, Fame, and Murder. Miss Taylor, was this movie shown on this flight? Yes, it was shown at the scheduled time. Isn't it possible you simply slept through it by accident? Nonsense, you doubt me! No, stop pointing me like that. Odd, you missed a movie that was really hoping to see. I checked my pocket watch a great number of times, that much I know for sure. Interesting. Is it set to destination time? Oh, it's at the departure time. That's the issue. I see your issue, sir. Objection! There you go. You set it to the arrival, not the departure. Mr. LeBlanc, you said this just now in your testimony. I even set my pocket watch the time I came aboard. Now, was your watch set to our destination's time zone? Would it mean that your watch is displaying the time of destination? Yes, and the correct time is worth at 6 cents. Let you take a look at this. You believe the Sky magazine? Clocks on this flight run according to the time in our departure time zone. Of course, the movie schedule is also clear with that in mind. Miss Tenero, for operation's sake, what time zone is this flight aligned to right now? Well, we made a short stop at the transfer point. That's right, it was in that small agent country, the Republic of Zingfei. But we didn't readjust our onboard clock at that time. So right now we are still running on Borginian time. What? The time difference between Borginia and our destination is 9 hours. In that case, it's only natural your watch should be out of sync with the schedule. Further, with your analog clock set to our destination's time, we appear to be running 3 hours fast when compared to the flight's onboard clocks. Also changes everything about your testimony. You can bet 1,000,000 cents on that. That is information. It means you saw Mr. Hicks 3 hours prior to 3 a.m. My 1,000,000 cents! These are clear preliminary accusations. This basically widens the time from the time of death, right? Yes, because Mr. LeBlanc saw the victim enter the elevator at 3 a.m. Means the time of the death could be anywhere from 3 to 6:15 a.m. The question now is, where is Mr. Hicks during that time? What was he doing? I've got something to say. And you are? Yeah, oh! I'm Kimmy Mealy. I'm a flight attendant. And what is it you wish to say? Well, I think your story is a little different from how I remember it. What do you mean, Cammy? I saw Mr. Hicks sitting in his seat at 5 a.m., you know? What? And how can be so sure of the time? Oh, that's right, he pushed his call button where we were parked at the transfer point. Ah, the stop made for refueling and cargo transfer in Zhangfei, correct? Yes, it was from 4 to 5 a.m. according to our clocks. And during that time, did any passengers leave for any new ones board this flight? No. Not a single person got off or on in Zhangfei. What about the flight crew? The crew handling the cargo transfer might have typically gone on and off, but eventually everyone, including Kimmy and myself, got back on the plane. So basically, I can assume no one left or got on to initial takeoff. Interesting. Just keep that in mind. Good to know. Yeah, and I answered this call. I can tell you, Mr. Agpi Hicks was there in his seat when we took off again at 5 a.m. Alright, that puts the time of murder between 5 and 6:30 a.m. Okay, now what time did you come down to the lounge, Mr. Edgeworth? I remember coming down as soon as you left the Republic of Zhangfei. Ah! You were here the whole time from 5, yes? Then you're the one who could be the killer. Mr. Edgeworth, Were you really here in this lounge the entire time from 5 AM onwards? Unfortunately, yes. But then, how do we explain the footprints? Is that not obvious? The man waited for Mr. Hicks in the lounge, waited to kill him. Then he put the corpse in the elevator. That's when the turbulence happened. My eyewitness testimony may have been mistaken. Oops. But the time I saw Mr. Hicks enter the elevator on the second floor does not matter, because the entire incident concluded here in this lounge. Everything happened in this lounge. Is that what you really believe, Mr. LeBlanc? Well, do you have another idea? Simply for there's something out of place with the scenario you presented. Something can tie this crime to a location other than this lounge. The murder weapon?
Take that!
The murder weapon. This little pinky pig is sold at the in-flight shop. It's sold there and only there, and is not being displayed here in this lounge. Now then, how did it find its way here? Don't you find that a little bit suspicious? That's a trivial point. Well, it means you prepared it, only take it from the shop first before coming here. It doesn't prove you're innocent at all. So no way to win with this man. Oh. If I may. What is it? You see... Well, it's just as Mr. Edgeworth says. Oh, and why do you know this so well? Well, it's just that... the piggy bank was there in the shop. I saw it with my own eyes. And when was this? It was maybe around 5:40 AM? Isn't that just before we hit the patch of turbulence? That's right. You were in the shop just before the turbulence. Yes, I was. Come to think of it. Mr. Nero, when I found the body... I believe you came out of that door. Yes, I did. What is beyond that door? There's the flight attendant's room. Then, you were on the first floor. Yes. I did something at the shop and in the attendant's flight room. So I went to the shop first and then to the flight attendant's room. I saying you passed by me at some point. Yes, you seemed really into the issue of Sky magazine you were reading at the time. I don't suppose you noticed me walking by. I vaguely recall someone walking by, but I didn't take notice of who it was. Anyway... Piggy Bank was definitely there at the shop when I went there. Why did you go to the shop in the first place? I went there for a work-related matter. Work, you say? Yes, the upkeep of the shop is also one of my responsibilities. Why do you not say anything about that until now is what I want to know. In any case, I believe it's clear that the shop needs to be investigated as well. Shall we head over there then? Oh, come on now. You! What is it now? Aren't you forgetting something, Miss Rhonda? Don't you need the captain's permission to check the shop? No, I haven't forgotten. But I've already asked him permission to search the entire plane. I think you're alright. Huh? That's weird. What is? Well, I just talked to the captain, see? And he said that he didn't give you permission to do anything like that at all. What is the meaning of this, Mr. Nero? I mean, she's lying. Go on and admit that you are. You said you had permission to search all over, but you don't. And yet here you are. You, flight attendant, what are you trying to do? Pull the sheep over us. The captain's calling for you, Miss Rhonda. Oh, but don't worry. I already got permission to search the shop from the captain. See, unlike you, I do things the right way. Miss Tenera, why would you do such a thing? Please excuse me. Looks like I get to be in charge now. Please go back to your seat, Mr. LeBlanc. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth. If you would follow me, I'll be your guide from now on. Something about Mr. Nero that has piqued my curiosity, but right now investigating the in-flight shop is my top priority. Okay. Well, this has gotten exceptionally interesting. And Mr. Nero is also looking very suspicious as well. But, I don't know. I suppose we'll see what happens next time. So, until then.
Objection!